let's understand about custom slicers in Power BI. So inside this dashboard, people can do the filtering based upon selection of any item. However, many times management and top level people want to have a slicer on the left panel or on the top of the, I can say, canvas, so that it can be easy for them to filter. For example, they want to filter by countries, they want to filter by, I can say, years. So how can we do that? For that, let's go and insert first a shape. So let's go and insert a rectangle and let's bring it above here, and let's make this rectangle a little bit wider up to here, and let's make it little on the left side. Yeah, that's fine. Once we have done that, let's change the color of that rectangle as well. So we can select the shape, and inside the shape we can go and change the fill. We will be filling the color here as which is our theme color, which is black. Now after that, let's do our logo a little bit on the right. Yeah, after that we will be selecting the slicer from the insert menu. So this is our slicer. This slicer is showing here below. Let's insert the name of the countries here. So we go and select country, and we just drag it above this I can say rectangle which we created, and let's go and try to format this I can say slicer. So this is our slicer. Inside the slicer we need to do some adjustments. So inside the size and shape, we don't want the background, so we just off the background. When we do that, the color needs to be updated, so we go to values. Inside values there is an option of font color, so let's make it white, so we can see the country names are reflecting here. Now along with country names, the I can say header needs to be updated. So this is slicer header, and this slicer header color needs to be white as well. So this is showing countries, and let's reduce the font size to make it covering little bit. So let's make it around 9, and let's make the values as well little smaller. Let's make them around 8. So this is our slicer here on the left, and let's increase the size little bit up to 9. Now this is fine. So this is our primary slicer here. Just like this slicer, what we can do, we can create a Control C and Control V, and another slicer which will be reflecting our years. So inside this, instead of showing the country, let's take the years. So we go here and filter the data through years. We select that, and all the 3 years are showing here. Now based upon this data, if our management wants to filter the details inside Australia, so they can select the Australia, and you can see the revenue, cost and other details for Australia as a country. Similarly, if they want to filter for any particular year, then that particular year can also be filtered, and this year is for Australia, so we can remove that as well from our selection, and now the data is showing for 2022 only. So these are 2 slicers. Now we want to create the slicer, but our original left I can say pane has been hidden now, so we want to bring it back. So what we will be doing, we will be first creating a bookmark for that. So before creating a bookmark, let's go and insert one button, and let's give this button an option of back. So this is the button which is showing a back option, and let's bring it here, and let's do a little bit formatting for this. So let's go to the button style. Inside the button style, the default state is showing, and inside this default state we just want to change the color of this icon. So let's make it white, and when we hover over this item, on hovering we want to update the color. So the color will be this one. When I hover over, and this is changing, and on clicking we want the color to again be the same. So on press, let's have the same color. So on pressing it will be the same. Now once we have done that, what we can do, we can select these 4 objects which we have created here. So one is our slicer, so we select shift, the next slicer, instead of, wait for a moment, yeah, we selected our first slicer, then the next slicer, then our button, and finally our the shape. So all the 4 have been selected, and if we press right and group them, so we can group them together. Once we do that, we can go to our selection pane and we can see that this is named as group 2. So let's give it a name of, I can say, slicer panel, and this has been given the name of slicer panel. If we go and do a hide here, you can see that the previous left navigation pane is showing here. Now what we can do on this navigation pane as well, we can create a filter option. So we go here and we go to insert, and inside insert we can insert certain shapes if we want to filter, or we can insert certain buttons as well. So let's go and insert a blank button here, and this is a blank button. If we do a double click here, you can see that we can update the blank button. So if we go to a default state, and the shape we want to have is rectangle, that is fine, but we want to have a, I can say, image inside it. So let's go to the button style again, and there should be option of selection. So these are the arrows here. One second. Yeah, so wait for a moment. Yeah, this is the icon type, so we can go to custom. Inside that we can go and browse, and here I am selecting a white icon first. So this is showing our filter, and this filter will be applicable as a default view. When we hover over it, we want to change the icon color, so we go and select the other color icon which is for filter. Now if I go and hover over, this is changing, and finally when we click on press, the color should remain same. So on press we are here, and let's go and change the color. So let's bring the same color here. So now this is showing correctly, and now this is our filter at the moment. After this filter, what we can do, wait for a second, yeah, so this filter is showing here. Now if we go to view, and inside view we can go and see our selection panel and all the things. So if you see, the selection panel is here. Inside that, this is our slicer panel which is hidden at the moment. If we show this slicer panel, you can see that this slicer, I can say, filter is showing up here. So let's do one thing, let's send this to backwards. So we go to format and do a send to backwards. Now this has gone to backwards, and this is our slicer panel which is hidden, and now this is showing correctly. But still, if we are showing the slicer panel here, this has gone to back. Now what we need to do, we need to create 2 bookmarks. So one bookmark will be showing this entire picture. So we go to our, I can say, this is our slicer, and let's go and create a bookmark. So we go, and there was the option of bookmark. Let me see where it has gone. Wait for a moment. So this bookmark option is on the right side. Yeah, so this is our bookmark option, and we want to create a new bookmark. So we go and add a bookmark, and let's give this bookmark name as slicer panel reveal. So this will reveal the slicer panel, and let's go and hide our slicer panel now. And this is our second, I can say, bookmark area. So let's create another bookmark. So let's go and add, this is our go back to I can say original navigation pane. Now these two slicers have been created. Now let's assign the actions to these items. So this is our filter. When we click on that, and inside that we go to actions, and inside the actions we want to give it action through bookmark, and this bookmark would be opening the slicer panel reveal. So we select that, and once we do that, you can see what will happen. Let's try that. So this is our data, and if I do a control and click on this, you can see slicer panel has automatically opened. That is helpful for us. Now to this particular button we want to assign another task, I can say action. So let's go and click on this button, and inside that let's assign an action, and this action would be for bookmark. So this will be the bookmark. Now the bookmark would be bringing it to the original navigation pane, and we do that. And now if we do a click on this back button, you can see original navigation pane is showing, and if we click on this filter button, you can see extended slicer is showing here. So this is a very unique and great way through which we can filter the data and open up the navigation panes and custom slicers. I hope you understood this, and thank you so much for watching.